And we are headed to First Flight Airport at Devil Hills, North Carolina.
Approach 56 Victory.
About 94 miles.
Sir, 56 Victory, welcome, sir.
From there, and I'm excited to go. This is where the Wright brothers took their first flight.
So this is kind of a throwback video. This is a trip that I took last summer and had filmed, and finally getting around to editing it and putting it out there to share with everyone. The purpose of this long cross-country trip was really, the ultimate destination was First Flight Airport. Foxtrot Alpha Airport, which is also known as Kitty Hawk Airport. This is an aviator's must-see destination. It's near the local town of Devil Hills, North Carolina. That's a crazy name, I know, Devil Hills. The airport is actually owned by the U.S. National Park Service, and it's famous for being the site of hundreds of experiments conducted by the Wright brothers. The first successful powered heavier-than-air flight occurred here on December 17, 1903. So I began the trip out of Cincinnati and flew to Tri-Cities Airport in Tennessee. It's near Kingsport, Bristol, and Johnson City. It's beautiful, you know, the mountains are there, and it was a great airport to land at. Really nice FBO that they had there that I visited. From there, I flew through Charlotte's airspace, which was really cool, to go to Myrtle Beach, and I landed there in the evening. And they had, you know, it was a pretty big airport for me at that time. It is a Class C airport. Got in the evening as the sun was setting. It was gorgeous. Found a hotel. And then I wanted to head out to First Flight Airport. So I flew up there. It was about a 2-hour flight north of Myrtle Beach. And as I was approaching, it was a really pretty area. It's kind of like the Outer Banks area. I guess you consider the Outer Banks area. Kind of overflew the airport first. It was a little tricky to see, but it was really cool, you know, to be there and know that that's where the Wright brothers conducted all these experiments. They have a nice memorial there. It was a really nice museum that they've just recently built, and really great facility. Landed there, tied my airplane up, and walked around. And as I'm enjoying it, this is like the epitome of summer weather. These thunderstorms were popping up everywhere. I'm looking at my weather. They had a nice room there for pilots to do their flight planning, but I couldn't get in. But the next day, I took off and flew to Roanoke, Virginia. I wanted to land there. That was not that far, maybe like 2 hours from there. Refueled, landed. That was my first experience having like the control tower tell me caution, wake turbulence, and that kind of scares me. When you got a little plane, I'm thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? No, I actually asked for a delay, and the airport's kind of between mountains, so it's kind of down in a valley, which I understand now. Obviously, it was going to be a little rough, bumpy. It was, because of all the different drafts of wind, the updrafts, downdrafts, and it was fine though. Then I took off and headed for Cincinnati, and it was pretty bumpy, and I'm flying over hills. I'm flying pretty low because there's a lot of pop-up storms and these cumulus clouds building up, and it is not a smooth ride. It was an exciting trip for sure. A learning experience. Got back home perfectly fine. Learned a whole lot about, you know, flying and over different terrain, pop-up thunderstorms, what to expect. You know, late afternoons in the summer are just, you just got to be ready for that, especially when, you know, over here near the ocean. But it was great. I loved it. Every pilot needs to put First Flight Airport on their bucket list. You know, I love bucket lists. It's a really cool airport to land at, and a lot of cool things nearby. If you could stay a little bit longer, I wish I could stay a little bit longer and explored a little bit more, gone up to Virginia Beach. Maybe one of these days I'll get back over there.
Okay, I'm going to shut off the camera so I can focus and not worry about being watched. And I'll see you again later. I don't know if I'll see you on this flight or another flight, but thanks for joining me. watch some other flights on the YouTube channel and subscribe to my channel so you can see some of the fun things that I get to go do and that I love to share with people, and hopefully inspire others to go get their pilot license and explore this great country of ours.